Hello, everybody. It is Thursday. Thursday night football is going on while I'm doing this 21-14. Anyways, Bengals are up. This is your Thursday night, maybe cause to be slightly concerned injury report for Thursday. So, all when you think everything is going great, Christian McCaffrey is making his way back into the lineup. Deebo Samuel's practicing. Juwan Jennings is practicing. Few little things show up on Thursday's injury reports. So, uh, watching practice today, Jordan Mason was out on the field with a blue non-contact jersey on. He is dealing with a shoulder subluxation and was full go on Wednesday. So something must have happened during Wednesday's practice. And on Thursday, blue non-contact jersey. And Deebo Samuel has been wearing one all week. He was still wearing one. Juwan Jennings is not wearing one. Um, so I think that both of those guys play. So Deebo Samuel, Juwan Jennings making their way back. I do think they play, although Jordan Mason now is wearing the jersey. Nick Bosa was out there for individual drills, but then went into the weight room. So he was only out there for when guys are doing one-on-one work or when they're going against dummies, the quarterbacks or against defensive assistants. So he was only out there for that portion. Jake Moody, however, was out there participating. Now, the one that is, I think, most concerning is Malik Mustapha. So Malik Mustapha showed up on the injury report. Now, there's 10, 11, 12 periods on a Thursday. We don't know because we're only out there for the first four periods. The first one is them kind of going back and forth. I usually show those on my stories or on social media. And then there's periods of each position working with their position. So by period four, we're off the field. We have to go back to the workroom. We are not allowed to watch any team play like we do during training camp. So everything was fine until that point. At some point during practice, during the team drills, Malik Mustapha came up with a calf injury. And so he is on the report as being limited. And Kyle Shanahan was on KNBR during his weekly session, and they asked him, is Malik Mustapha's play on Sunday in jeopardy with this injury? This is what he said. Yeah, it is. Hopefully, it won't be too big of a deal, but halfway through practice, his calf was bothering him, so we shut him down there. I've gone straight into him into do this stuff, which is KNBR, and he does stuff with NBC as well. So we'll find out more about that later today, but hopefully it's not too bad. You never really know. So, I'm sure they'll get MRIs and things like that. We'll find out more about that later today, but hopefully it's not too bad. You really never know. So that's not good for Malik Mustapha going into the weekend with a calf injury. It looks like they might have signed Tashawn Gibson just in the nick of time because he is on the practice squad, guy who knows the system very well. Might not be, at his fastest in his career because he is in his 30s, but knows the system well, can play well, and he's worked with Jair Brown before. So their communication, everything could be good. They do have George Odom. They've got a couple other guys, Adrian Amos. So they have kind of added some depth there. But Tashawn Gibson is a guy that, they all love. I don't know if he actually gets bumped up on Sunday. Maybe if Malik Mustafa is completely out, I think maybe they pull him up from the practice squad. So here's your full injury report for Thursday. Chris Conley, hamstring, did not practice. Kevin Givens, groin, did not practice. Charvarius Ward is still out with family. All right, now the following players are limited. Nick Bosa, hip injury. John Feliciano, knee injury. Euturkos Matos, knee injury. I do think he plays. Jordan Mason, shoulder. Christian McCaffrey, Achilles. I do think he plays as well. 25, 30 snaps, maybe. Jake Moody, right ankle. He will play. Malik Mustafa, calf. Deebo Samuel, rib and oblique. Limited. I think he plays. Mitch Wishnowsky, back. I think he plays. Brandon Allen, backup quarterback, left finger. He's full participation. Bernardo Green, ankle, full participation. D. Winters came out of the concussion protocol. He is fine. Trent Williams is on the injury report, but only as a resting player. So he had a vet day on Wednesday. Now, the Buccaneers aren't in much better shape. Their wide receiver room is decimated. So, five players did not participate in practice on Thursday for the Buccaneers. One of them is Baker Mayfield. He has missed two practices now. He missed Wednesday and Thursday. Now, I did see from the Bucs official team reporter that Baker Mayfield went through walkthrough and had more mobility. So that is probably a good sign for him. I expect him to play, but he is probably going to be a little bit hindered by the toe injury. Now, three of their wide receivers. Now, reminder, they're still without Chris Godwin already with a broken ankle, and he is out for the rest of the season. Excuse me. Mike Evans, also not expected to play, hamstring injury. But two other wide receivers, Jalen McMillan, wide receiver, dealing with a hamstring and hip injury, and then Sterling Shepard. No, sorry, Jalen McMillan is just the hamstring. Sterling Shepard, hamstring and hip. So three wide receivers on the injury report as not practicing, and then Chris Godwin's already out for the year. Jordan Whitehead, their safety, is dealing with a quadricep injury, so he did not practice. Also, limited participation. Ben Bredesen, the guard, shoulder injury. Greg Gaines, defensive tackle, calf injury. William Golston, defensive end, knee and ribs. These are all limited. Bucky Irving, their running back, limited toe injury. JJ Russell, linebacker, rib injury. Vita Vea, hip injury, limited. Now, I think all of those players probably play, especially Vita Vea. Chris Verster, the offensive line coach, had a funny story about Vita Vea today, saying that, he was ill and was supposedly not going to play the last time these two teams met, but then he was out on the field playing hacky sack pregame. So, yeah, he played. I think Vita Vea plays, but their wide receiver group is banged up, so we'll see how they go. But this injury to Malik Mustafa is a little concerning to me, just because it was, I don't know whether it was contact or non-contact, but the fact that Kyle Shanahan did say it could put Sunday in jeopardy for him, a little sketchy. So hopefully he gets better. Hopefully the MRI is negative and he is back in practice. We'll find out more tomorrow. I believe Kyle Shanahan speaks around 1 o'clock. Let's see here. They did start everything a little earlier this week because they are playing a 10 o'clock game. Kyle Shanahan on Friday will talk about 1 o'clock p.m. So 1 o'clock p.m. Practices earlier, 11:55. So we'll know the game status at about 1 p.m. on who's going to play and who won't play. So hopefully everything is better, but do expect to see Christian McCaffrey on the field. It just does not look like there's some other players that maybe won't play as much. I mean, a good thing that Christian McCaffrey is back because Jordan Mason could be limited with his shoulder injury. Otherwise, they do have Isaac Rendo, so they have a good group of guys. Patrick Taylor is also there, good group of guys at running back. So that could be okay. But really at that safety position, Malik Mustafa has been playing really well. And for him to be out, I think that's not great for the 49ers defense. All right. More tomorrow. I will talk to you guys later. Enjoy Thursday Night Football, and we will chat soon. Bye. Oops, hit the wrong button.